Welcome to Tutuahu Park. My name's Christy Wright. I'm an interpreter for the Adams River Salmon Society. We're out here today. We're standing beside the Adams River. In particular, we're standing beside a channel of the Adams River. There's another channel on the other side of this island and smaller channels over here. You can see this is a great habitat for fish. There's lots of vegetation, there's lots of logs, and there's lots of gravel along this section of the river. The Adams River, it's a 12-kilometer section that flows out of Adams Lake. It flows through a canyon down to this floodplain area down here. When it reaches this floodplain, the river tends to divert a little bit. It branches off into sections, into different channels, winding its way through that riparian area. And it's constantly changing from one year to the next. As it's making new channels and braiding through different areas, it's eroding the banks, it's picking up whole trees which are entering into the channel. It picks up gravel, boulders, and soil and debris. All of these things are contributing to the habitat, the good quality habitat of the Adams River. In particular, you can see on our ground here, you can see the quality of the gravel that we have here in the Adams River. The gravel that we have, it's a little bit smaller than a tennis ball size. This is a great size of gravel to allow spawning fish to deposit their eggs. They deposit their eggs in the gravel. The eggs go in between the spaces of the gravel, and this provides some shelter from predators, and it also allows those spaces in the gravel. It also allows the water to be flowing through the gravel, bringing oxygen to the eggs that are growing over the winter. The eggs are deposited in October, and they stay in that gravel for months. They stay there from October, November, December, January. The alevin hatch. The alevin, they still have a yolk sac, and they swim. They swim deeper into the gravel. They swim away from the light. As a result, they swim away from the ice on the top of the river, and they swim towards deeper water or groundwater. The alevin, they stay in the gravel from January, February, March, April, May. Finally, they use up their yolk sac and they emerge as fry. In the case of sockeye salmon, the sockeye salmon, they head to a nursery lake for a year. In our case, they head down to Shuswap Lake, and they stay there along the edge of the lake near those weeds and the weedy areas. They stay there for another year. They're eating plankton. The Shuswap Lake's very productive for plankton because of all the dead fish that were adding nutrients from the year before. The fry stay there all winter, and later on in the late spring and early summer as they grow into smolt, then they head down to the South Thompson River. They head down past Kamloops, to the Thompson River, to the Fraser, past Hope, down to the mouth of the Fraser River in Vancouver, at which point they head out to the ocean for 2 years. They're out in the ocean, again, they're eating plankton out in the ocean for 2 years. Their hormones kick in, and they head back to the mouth of the Fraser River, at which point they head using their sense of smell, they wind their way back up the rivers and find their way back here to the Adams River to spawn in October.
Whoa!